Hey guys, Mongo here. Quick update on the overall market. Sorry, it's been a while. Been extremely busy with work. Had a great last Wednesday down in DC for the DC Blockchain Summit. Got to listen to lawmakers discuss Bitcoin, blockchain, and where things are going. Listening to people from the CFTC, the SEC, the U.S. Treasury, and then the IRS, and a bunch of other stuff. So overall, I think we're heading in the right direction. It's just a matter of getting Gary Gensler the heck out of office. So that seems to be the roadblock. So beyond that, not much to talk about. We had a nice pump yesterday. I was busy, so I missed most of it. So I did catch a few scalps, but looking for a bounce. So pulling my TPO, if you guys want to see what this is this guy here. So you can look it up on the indicators. But we have a nice little single print somewhere down here around the previous day EQ. So coming in right around the 68,850 mark, which should be a nice bounce. Currently bouncing right above the VWAP, the weekly VWAP, which is 69,100, 110. I was going to put a limit order there, but I didn't. I think we come a little bit lower. So also, if you pull this range, the 618 is just below all of that. So the 0.54 fib is also just above the single print. So I'm looking to see if we come down lower. I truly believe that wherever we bounce in the next 3 to 4 hours, Asia is going to push us up. So I think Asia is going to push us higher. Usually what they do, they try to take out the high from New York. So I don't see why they wouldn't. So you could see a push from where we are. Let's say we bounce here and we come up to where we are. So you're looking at a 4% move potentially coming. Really want to see us get above the previous month open, and then up here at the previous month high, which is I think near the all-time high. Yep, coming in up here around 73,881 on MEXC. So not much to talk about. Looking, if you got into shorts, great. I didn't. I was looking for higher, but it is what it is, kind of predictable. If you would have just drew some fibs here, you would have seen this was a nice 618 rejection and just dumped from there. So totally normal. We still have a midterm projection of 90,000 in the next 3 months. My long-term projection is about 135,000 based on fib extensions. When that's going to be, I don't know. It could be Q1 of next year. It could be Q4 of this year. It could be Q2 of 2025. It all depends. But things aren't really going to start moving until we have a daily close above the current all-time high. So when we get a daily close above 74,000, things will move. As you can see now, altcoins are starting to move. So I'm bullish, still bullish overall, very bullish. This is just we're on an uptrend. This is just a pullback. It'd be even better if you get a nice wick down below and get some chickens drinking water, as they call it, where you come back down here, sweep this low, and then bounce. It's even more powerful. That thing's going to run hard. Something like that. It's possible. So that's Bitcoin in a nutshell. You have Ethereum, which is running like crazy as well because of the conspiracy theory of an Bitcoin or Ethereum ETF. It's coming. When is it coming? I don't know. You had a nice pump. So what was this yesterday? You had roughly a 20% pump, 25% off of yesterday. Man, those of you on leverage made a lot of money. But what you did, you left a whole bunch of single prints behind. So this is possible to sweep this back down again. So you could come back down and sweep a lot of this liquidity, hit the previous day EQ, and then bounce back up. And I bet if I pull a fib, it's probably one of the key fibs. So let's just pull a fib from about right here and go to the top. That's not a good lineup. There you go. So yeah, you're looking right at the 618. So that'd be a perfect target for Ethereum. 33,668, 69. Be a nice bounce point. So I'd be looking for shorts if you're not already for Ethereum. Although if Bitcoin bounces, this is going to run too. So altcoins are definitely the play. Bitcoin is kind of slower mover at this point. If Bitcoin is relatively stable, alts are going to run. You can see the order flows coming in here. on the Bitcoin chart. If I move over to Pulse Chain, it's done well overall. Past 7 days, it's up. Finally up off the bottom. But let me just show you a chart. After all this bloodbath, people are still selling the bottom. So FOMO is going to happen. It's just a matter of when. So here we are on the daily. This is no better time to buy. I bought this entire dip down here in the 36 to 4,000 range. This dip scared people because we hit what? It's 59, 49? Yeah, 49.7. So currently sitting at 50, 58, 57. To run to the local high, you're looking at about a 3, yeah, almost a 3x, so 2.5x. From to the current all-time high, you're looking at basically, a 4x. But realistically, I still have a target of a 3/4 of a penny. Just like with Bitcoin, when is that going to happen? I have no idea. It's totally realistic with its use case and everything else. So that's about right up in this neck of the woods. So let's pull a measuring tool. There's about it right there. So you're looking at 129x. So not bad. Nothing crazy. Not 1,000x, not 10,000x. Let's be conservative. Let's say 3/4 of a penny. And then those of you who are moon boys, you could say 1 penny. Okay, great. 1 penny puts you at about 172x. So 17,000%. I mean, hell, at this point, I'll take a 30. I'll take a 30x. Or Steven, that's a 60x. Here's a 30x. 30x is not that far away, actually. Sitting at a little over 1/4 of a penny. That's actually a 44x. I think you'd be surprised at how quick things move once the market gets bullish. People start FOMOing back in. It'll be very interesting. So, market cap, I've already explained it. 3/4 of a penny is like, I think, somewhere between 60 billion and 100 billion, which is completely reasonable. 100 billion seems to be the hard cap to hit or break through on most layer ones. So, I'm more or less leaning towards the 60 billion to be on the realistic side based on market cap. But that is that. Same thing with, let's see, PLSX. Let's see if I can get the chart for you. You are burning and burning and burning. So you've burnt 866 billion pulse, which is great. PLSX, excuse me. Yeah, so it's the same as Bitcoin. Same as PLS. Where do my tools go to? Interesting. Anyways, you get the point. Probably something similar on that one. It's going to outperform Pulse Chain. And then same thing with Ink. Ink is going to outperform everything else as well. So I think Ink is it's not unrealistic to have Ink at $80. It's not completely unrealistic at all. Hell, when it launched, I think it was at 50 at some point. I think I had some at 50 and $60 that I sold. But I've been farming the heck out of it. If you're farming Pulse, here you go over here. Let's refresh it. Or excuse me, I'm farming Ink. Pulse Chain, PLSX is what I'm farming. So this one here. Keep in mind the price you're getting now is not what you're going to get in the future. So let's say you had $20,000 to throw in here. On a weekly basis, you're making $60, but you're making 18, almost 19 ink. So per week, per month, you're making 80 ink. Do the math on that. 80 ink times 80 at the all-time high potentially. It adds up quickly on a weekly basis. So this isn't. These numbers will continue to ramp up as liquidity and the market moves higher. So I think at one point, this was like 60%, and everything else here was like between 1 and actually it was over 1,000% at one point. I was farming PLS, excuse me, it's USDC or DAI with PLS or Ethereum. So there, at one point these were 1,000% or more on some of these, and I even think PLSX was like 60 to 100%, which is still pretty crazy. So that's what I'm looking at the moment. Let's pull up another chart for you. This is my limit order chart from Trading Light. Once it pulls up, I apologize. I don't know why this didn't upload before. Wow, my internet must be slow, huh? My apologies. So you're probably going to see in a second if this loads. If it doesn't, I'll just skip it in a second. Then we'll get into targets. All right, I'm too impatient for that. We're getting rid of that. There it is. So here's your targets for the whales, right? So they have targets up here at 71.3. Then you've got a target up here at, oh, of course it will reload at that point. My apologies, guys. All right, let's try this again. So 71.5, basically, you've got 72, 72.5, 73, 74, 75. You've got 76 and 75.9, roughly. You've got limits up here at 80,000 for sell orders, 82,000. 85,000, 90,000 has a sell wall. Let's zoom out a little bit. Up here at 100K, you've got one. How big is that one? So 237 Bitcoin sitting up there just in case we get a wick. Anything above that? Nothing. All right, so 100K seems to be the psychological number. I think we're going to have a really hard time getting over 90 originally, so 85, 90 should be a nice stiff rejection, in my opinion. Consolidation for a while, and then like maybe 6 months later, pop off to the all blow off top at the end of the year. The fib extensions on the regular chart shows a 1618 coming at 101,000, and then the 2618 coming at like 154,000. So my 135 number is just a happy medium in between. That's what I'm looking at for the time being. So that's what I'm looking at. Let's go back to a regular chart. Let's go over here. Let's look at Sol. Get rid of my TPO since it's not exactly helpful for you guys at the moment. Let's go back out to the 6 hour. Be at a beautiful cup here. So potentially a handle forming, then we take off again. Let's get rid of that. That bull flag failed. So if this played out, you just draw the neckline, just to give you a rough estimate, or you can call this inverse head and shoulders, right? Let's be as straight as possible. Let's try to get that closer. Close enough. So 250 looks to be your mark. That's your next breakout target. Looks like from the bull flag previously, 266 was another one. So relative near-term target for you guys. When that happens, I don't know. Again, time frame is totally questionable. Play the hourly. You've got almost every coin has a bear div right now. So you've got decreasing momentum with decreasing money flow, decreasing VWAPs with increasing price action on a larger time frame. So expect a consolidation pattern. Let's move into FET. FET, same thing. AI is still going to blow up, so I still am a big believer in this one. I still think you can see a minimum of $10, $12. just based on fibs. I don't think if I drew anything up here. But anyways, this thing is just a bull flag. It's just a beautiful, beautiful bull flag that's starting to just show its colors. Nice ramping effects potentially. But just like Bitcoin, you want to get back above your previous month open, and then use the all-time high as support and run. Or the yearly high. I don't know if I think FET has a higher target from before. No, it doesn't. So AI is still huge. So that's FET. And then let's leave you with a couple more. Let's do another one of my favorites is this guy, extremely undervalued. Avalanche. This could be a head and shoulders, or it just could be a W. So I'm thinking more of a W just based on the bullish market structure overall. Usually a head and shoulders is much more sharp. This is more of a rounding. So this could be a rounding, but you need to get back above to negate potential head and shoulders pattern. You want to get back above that $49 or $50 price point and break back above this 2618. So you want to be up here. So I still think this can hit 350 potentially. Realistic 150 is really easy to hit. I mean, the all-time high was what, 148. So a double is not unrealistic for this coin with this kind of community backing, especially huge in the gaming sector and the banking. And the last but not least is my other bastard child of band protocol. Just an Oracle play. You don't have to like it. We need Oracle. So we need someone to fetch the API data for you for websites. I think at some point this thing is going to run hard, and I still think it has a 10x in it. Heck, it's gone on a lot more than it had before. So yeah, it's still got at least a 10x in it. And I'll delete that now. So I'm not really going to get much into it, but altcoins are the place to be. Altcoins are running hard right now. But I'll leave you guys with that. Nothing I say is financial advice. Best of luck. You want to find me, head over to Crypto Blackwall on Twitter and the Blackwall Discord. Thanks.